January 2026, the fastest selling cars in the United States of America. These vehicles are not staying on dealers' lots long. At the number 10 spot, we've got the Toyota Corolla with a 30 days supply. There are 22,210 Toyota Corollas for sale nationwide, yet Toyota dealers in 45 days have sold 33,310 of these vehicles. A $25,666 average transaction price is making this thing fly off the lots. Now, Dad, let's take a second here. 30 days supply. Why does that mean that the Toyota Corolla is at the number 10 spot for the fastest selling vehicles January 2026?
Well, the market day supply is the metric we use to track how quickly vehicles sell. So what does that mean? It means that with the 22,210 Corollas that are allegedly in inventory at the moment, at its current daily sales pace, it would take Toyota dealers a mere 30 days to sell out of those 22,000 Corollas. Just an incredible sales pace. And, well, that kind of takes away leverage from you as the customer.
Yeah, exactly. The lower the days supply, it's kind of the opposite of our slowest selling vehicles list. It means that there's less negotiability and there's less desperation from the dealership because obviously their supply and demand is drastically in their favor versus in your favor. That being said, deals still to be had. Just a lot more work to get them. Now, another Toyota coming in at the number 9 spot here, Dad. This is already starting to look like our December 2025 fastest selling cars list. We have the Toyota Highlander, also with a 30 days supply of inventory. Toyota dealers nationwide have 5,480 Highlanders on their lots right now. Yet in the last 45 days, they've sold 8,100 of them, even at a $52,000, almost $53,000 transaction price. People are still buying Toyotas like crazy. A 30-day supply slotting this in here at the number 9 spot. Now, a bit of a surprise here at the number 8 spot, Mercedes-Benz getting in on the fun for the fastest selling vehicles in the United States, January 2026, with the G-Class. We have a 29-day supply for the G-Class, 1,062 for sale nationwide, yet dealers have sold 1,643 in the last 45 days at a $200,000 price point. Now, I'm going to call this out, Dad. I wonder how much of this has to do with tax reasons, because I know a lot of businesses buy these really expensive and heavy vehicles at the end of the year because I think it's like a tax deduction, something like that. So I wonder if that's why the G-Class is getting in here on our fastest sellers list for now.
That could be part of it. It has been updated for the 2026 model year. And that's another reason that it suddenly has regained the status that Mercedes-Benz customers are looking for when it comes to the G-Wagon. So this refresh is, really refreshed sales as well.
Pops, there's a major issue out there. There are all sorts of people brokering your data, and anyone can buy it. Whether it's your social security number, your home address, what school you went to, all that information and so much more is being sold online to marketers and scammers. That's bad.
Absolutely. And the way to prevent that is to use Delete Me. Delete Me will help take your information away from all those brokers so that they can't sell it to the scammers out there.
Look at you, Pops. You sound like a Delete Me user yourself. I know I use Delete Me, and hundreds of my records have been scraped off of the internet, getting that information out of the hands of those scammers, marketers, and everything in between. We have a special offer for our CarEdge community, 20% off when you sign up with the link joindeleteme.com/CarEdge. Top of the description will be that link, Dad. We both use Delete Me. We enjoy using Delete Me. I like the monthly reports that show me all my data being removed from the internet. We thank Delete Me for sponsoring our channel.
One day you might not even see me here.
Now, at the number 7 spot, we have another luxury vehicle, the Cadillac Escalade, a 27 days supply with 2,381 for sale nationwide. Yet those same dealers have sold almost 4,000 of these vehicles in just the last 45 days. $125,000 price point. That's A-OK. Cadillac dealers have the Escalade flying off the shelves. And at the number 6 spot, we're back to our safe space here with Toyota. The Sienna coming in with a 26 days supply, 8,302 for sale nationwide. Those same dealers, it's hard to fathom this, have sold 14,640 in the last 45 days. Again, a fairly expensive price point for a Toyota and for a minivan, $52,247. But Toyota's inventory management is incredible. They are selling more vehicles than they have on the lot that is a recipe for, at least as customers, a little bit of disaster because there's not that much negotiability. But there are your 6 through 10 fastest sellers for the month of January 2026.
Absolutely. And we see a $25,000 average transaction price up to a $200,000 average transaction price, which indicates to me that, well, the affordability crisis that I've talked about, the manufacturers have pretty much just said, the hell with that. We're going to stick with the high profit, high priced SUVs and things of that nature.
It's that K-shaped economy that we all hear about in all these various ways. It's at the lowest levels, you've got some activity, and at the highest levels, you've got some activity. And definitely 6 through 10 on the fastest sellers list demonstrate that. Let's jump through to the top 5, Dad, fastest selling vehicles. We are going to start out with a Cadillac again, this time the Escalade ESV. A 25 days supply for the ESV, 1,149 for sale nationwide. Dealers in in the past 45 days have sold 2,057, slightly more expensive for this particular version, $127,000. But Cadillac cracking the top 5 here with the Escalade ESV. Now we're into familiar names. We've got Lexus with the RX Hybrid, a 25 days supply for this particular vehicle, 5,027 for sale nationwide. Dealers have sold over 9,000 in the last 45 days, $64,000 price point on that particular vehicle. Then at the number 3 spot, the Lexus NX, a 24 days supply, over 3,000 for sale nationwide, yet dealers have sold almost double that, 5,700 in just the past 45 days at a $51,475 price point. Now, we know Lexus year over year set a sales record here in the United States of America, so not too surprising to see 2 out of the top 5 come from Lexus here.
You know what? I would love to be either a Lexus or a Toyota dealer. It is like having a dealership with a printing press in the basement that just allows you to print money. It is absolutely unbelievable how Toyota has done such a phenomenal job matching production with sales. There is nothing like it when it comes to any other manufacturer. They do a much better job of producing just what it is the customers want, and in small enough numbers that it just makes it difficult for you to find a really good deal.
Now, that's some foreshadowing, folks, because at the number 2 spot, we've got the Toyota RAV4, one of the most popular vehicles, in the United States, with a 24 days supply. So now listen to this. You've got 38,923 new Toyota RAV4s for sale right now at the time you're watching this video. In the past 45 days, those same dealers that have almost 40,000 for sale have sold 73,186 RAV4s. Average transaction price, $37,389. If you have not watched our slowest selling vehicles list, it's absolutely hilarious because the number 2 spot on the slowest selling vehicles list was a Maserati that had only sold, 95 in the last 45 days. And now you've got here, Dad, an SUV from Toyota, and it's got 73,000 sales. The magnitudes of scale here are just insanely different between the fastest and slowest selling vehicles.
That's like 7,300 times more, isn't it?
Crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Now, we've also got the Toyota Camry at the number 1 spot for the fastest selling vehicle, a 22 days supply. So again, that means Toyota dealers, if they didn't take any more deliveries of new Camrys in the United States, they would sell out of Camrys in 22 days right now. That's because right now they have 26,898 Camrys for sale. Yet in the last 45 days, they've sold 56,058 of them. They are flying off the lot. Average selling price of $35,209. So again, another month of Toyota and Lexus dominating our fastest sellers list. And obviously a few interesting other ones with Cadillac and Mercedes-Benz sneaking in here as well.
Yes, you between Toyota and Lexus, you have a mass market brand, and then you have their luxury division. And then jumping into that top 10, you have the Mercedes G-Class, a $200,000 average transaction price, and 2 Escalades from Cadillac at $125,000 and $127,000 transaction prices, respectfully. And it is just hard to imagine that you could be selling those high-priced vehicles as quickly as Mercedes and Cadillac are.
Now, let's remind everyone, Dad, back at CarEdge.com, we offer car buying services where we locate, negotiate, contact dealers on your behalf. And even on these fastest selling vehicles, we are able to help make the process seamless and easy. So please go check out our car buying service back at CarEdge.com. And we'll be back next month with the fastest and slowest vehicles. You can also check out the fastest and slowest selling vehicles in your neighborhood. Go to CarEdge.com/fastest and CarEdge.com/slowest to choose by state and city to see the fastest and slowest selling new and used cars. Thanks for doing this, Pops.
Thank you.